Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And I'm coming to you today where I've finally made it to my destination as I set off about 48 hours ago to reach Lyon in France and from Milan. And I've only just gotten here and it was really only supposed to be a 6-hour flight. So you can imagine the last 48 hours being kind of crazy, and I wanted to fill you in on the story and everything that's been going on, but bring an underlying message of being able to find the best in the worst. Because if we don't, you know, that becomes our whole experience. If we're always searching for the worst and we're reiterating the worst and we're seeing the worst in the worst and we're seeing the worst in the best and all of that sort of stuff, we end up just living that total existence and experience of what we're seeing and perceiving. So I'm hoping that me diving into my story and all the crazy stuff that's been going on in both Italy and in France, over the last 48 hours is definitely going to resonate with you guys and hopefully give you the underlying message to find the best in the worst. And so let me take it back for you guys. If you saw a post of mine that I put out yesterday, I think I posted out at 1 or 2 a.m. French time yesterday, after, before that, I think, actually I had, so many crazy stories are just kind of merging into the one. So let me just take it right back to the start where, it started off when we were leaving Milan and, we ended up at the wrong train station and didn't work it out until we had about 40 minutes before our train was going to take off, but we actually had it in our heads it was only 20 minutes till the train was going to take off from a different train station that was 10 minutes drive away, but the queue for the taxi was literally over 100 people in this queue in the pouring rain in Milan to get to the train station we should have been at. And we couldn't have walked it. It would have taken us like half an hour to walk or something, and we had all our luggage, and it would have been crazy, right? So there was no other option than to get in somebody's car. And so we're like, who can we bribe here? Like, can we bribe a cab driver to just pick us up at the end of the line and let's go, because otherwise we're going to miss our train, and everything else that comes with it. So we did that a couple of times. We tried a couple of different cab drivers, and they were just like, no, you have to stand in the line, right? And we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do here? And we're stressing out. And then there was this guy who was kind of trying to do kind of what we were doing to the cab drivers. He was trying to do it to people in the line, and he wasn't actually a cab driver. He was just trying to make some money and drive some people who wanted a cab to wherever they wanted to go. Anyway, we worked out, we heard him and kind of went up to him and said, hey, can you take us? We need to go to this station, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yes. What time's your train? We need to go now. And it was just it was so crazy. He's grabbing suitcases, we're grabbing suitcases, we're running through the rain, we're running over this huge car park, just splashing puddles of water everywhere, dodging people, massive suitcases, running to his car, following this guy, this random Italian on the street who's just trying to make a buck from anybody who'll let him, which we're really grateful for, because we would have lost our train tickets without him. But we get to his car and it is this tiny little bomb, and we're just like, how on earth are we going to get 3 extra people and 6 suitcases into this bomb of a little car with the roof was hanging down on my head. It was so funny. And anyway, so we managed to squeeze everything in, and ourselves included, and it was crazy. We couldn't even put our seatbelts on. There was no seatbelts. This guy was just hooning around different corners. He was dodging pedestrians. People were jumping out of the way. And not even exaggerating this. It should be in a movie. And then, anyway, we finally, halfway through the ride, he's like, yeah, this is €50. And I was like, whoa, €50. I'm like, okay. Because it's it's like 5-10 minutes down the road. It's like nothing. And a 50K is like almost $100 Australian dollars, right? And I said, well, you're going to help us with our bags, yeah? And he said, yeah, all right. And we get to the station, and then he's like, yeah, €50 and then another 10 to help you with your bags. And we were just like, oh my God, like we can manage. Like, thank you, see you later. Give him the €50 and we took off and actually made it onto our train, which was awesome. And then what happened? So we're finally on the right plane. We didn't miss our train. We get there in the nick of time. And we're good to go. And we're on first class. We're thinking, okay, this is a little bit more comfortable than what we've been through. Let's just sit here. Let's just relax. And we're on the train. Let's go. And then they had speakers announcing over the, over the audio system in the train, just different announcements about what was going on. But it was all in French, and it was really, really quiet. And anyway, we were lucky enough to have a French man come and sit next to us. He had one of our seats there, and luckily he kind of became our translator. And, every time there was a voiceover, he was like kind of, telling us exactly what was going on. And anyway, so we've gone on this great trip, and, we're meeting, this French guy who was really, really helpful for us and translating everything and really listening really intently so that he could really help and support us and other people on the train. And then we're following along in our Google Maps to kind of see, Lyon's coming up, like, because it's a fast train. So it's going like 250 kilometers, 300 kilometers an hour. Like, it comes up pretty quick. And we kind of see that we're not that far away. So we get up and we say our goodbyes, and we organizing our luggage and stuff. And then we look and we're like, we're actually quite far from Lyon because the train started slowing down. So we're like, okay, we'll just go sit back down. Went back and sat down. And then the next time we looked up, we were almost halfway between Lyon and Paris. Like, the train did not stop. It didn't stop at our station at all. It just completely bypassed it. And there were other people in the carriage who were going to Lyon as well. And we were all just like, what's going on? Luckily we had this amazing, guy who was so super helpful for us, go and kind of ask the conductors, like, what the hell is going on here? Like, there's people who needed to get out here. And it turns out that there was an announcement, but it was in French and it was super quiet, and they actually made a last minute decision right before the station before then to tell people to get off there, change trains, do all this other crazy stuff, because they were trying to make up time to get to Paris. Anyway, nobody heard this message, and so there was about 15 or so of us on the train who missed our stop, and we had women crying, we had people going off, and anyway, it was just this crazy thing. We're just like, well, it's a fast train, so there's no more stops, and we're going directly to Paris, and it's another 2 hours on the train. It's another 500 kilometers. It's another 2 hours on the train. And we're just like, well, what can we do? We can't do anything about it. And, luckily enough, the train line put us up, although it was a whole, then we had to exit the train. We had to go and find this information center. We kind of all grouped together all of the people who should have got off the train, and went through this whole long process of, getting told at first, you've got to get on a bus for another half an hour with all your luggage, and your hotel that will put you up at is, half an hour away. And at this stage, it's like 11:30, nearly coming up to midnight. And we're just like, oh my God, another half an hour of travel, and we've got to get on a bus, and we don't even know what type of hotel we're going to. And it was just like this whole crazy thing. And as we went through it, eventually it worked out really well, and they paid for our taxi, and they put us up in the Novotel, and they paid for our dinner, and they paid for breakfast, and got us back to the station and got us new tickets and all this sort of stuff. So it ended up being awesome, and we found the best in the worst because we actually got to enjoy a beautiful night in Paris. Although it was super late and, we were eating dinner at like 2 a.m., but it was a really brilliant experience and fun. And, who doesn't like going to Paris, even if you're only going to have a short visit, right? So did all that, and then today getting to the station and everything, and then we get told, no, you don't have reserved seats, this isn't reserved, what are you talking about? So we went through this whole ordeal again. It was just crazy, right? But at the end of the day, we've just had so many laughs, and even actually getting on this train, they gave us seats, but they actually gave us away already allocated seats. So we were shopping and changing. People were like, oh, that's my seat. And we're like, oh my gosh, okay, where do we move to? Like, we were just shopping and changing all different seats on this train. And anyway, it has been crazy. And there's been a lot of worse situations and worse moments, but we've definitely found the best in them, even though I don't think I could be any more exhausted than I am right now. It's must be like coming up to 10:30 at night, and yeah, finally in our accommodation. And I just want to go to bed and just relax. And but I really wanted to share this message with you guys and just let you in on a few of the funny moments and stories that have been going on in my life for the last 48 hours. And as you guys know, I am going off to this silent meditation retreat. So I've only got, after tonight, I've only got one more day and night before I enter my silent meditation retreat. And it seems so funny that like all this crazy stuff is happening right now, right before I'm about to go into this silent meditation retreat, which is just going to be like complete calmness externally, probably a lot of disharmony internally with the, being silent and, sitting for, I think we're going to be doing like 6 or 7 meditational practices every single day, twice a day, or it might even be 4 times a day. I can't even remember. Yoga, it's just going to be crazy. No technology, no connection to the external world, only with our own thoughts, not even connection to other people at this, for this full 10 days of silence. So it's going to be such an amazing contrast, which I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm really going to miss you guys when I am not able to get on these Facebook Lives for that full 10 days. Might even be the full 12, but I haven't quite worked it out exactly yet. Depends when they confiscate my technology. I'll give it back to me, I guess. But I am really hoping that me sharing this story, multiple stories, is of value to you guys, and it definitely gets you thinking about how to find the best in even the worst. And literally, like, it's just given me and my family just so many like funny moments that we're never going to forget, so definitely a lot of greatness even in the terrible. So I definitely want to check in with you guys. So let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. I always love hearing from you guys. And if you've got any words of wisdom, or you just want to say hi, and whatever you want to do, chuck it in the chat room. I'd love to hear from you. And I've got Helg, great to see you, and Francesca, and Adrian, awesome, and Vince and Leslie and Christelle and Fazia. And Christelle, I'm doing really well. Hope you are as well. And Stephen's here. And Christelle, I was in Paris last night for one night only. But I'm actually going to be heading back to Paris probably in like, might even be a month away. About 3 or 4 weeks away. So I can't wait to get back there. Absolutely one of my favorite cities in the world, along with London and New York. They're my favorite. But I definitely will be back. And Rawiti, awesome to see you and much love to you. And Khaled is here. And Rawiti, come to New Zealand. I can't wait to get back to New Zealand. I'll definitely be heading over at some stage. I love Queenstown. It's hands down my favorite part of New Zealand that I've visited so far. I haven't visited too much, but I love that. And Frank's here, and Russell, and Rawiti. need you to help me on my fitness training. Absolutely. I can't wait to be into a bit more fitness. I haven't been able to go to the gym for so long, and I'm absolutely missing it like nothing else. But I'm going to be doing 10 full days of multiple yoga, like hours of yoga for every single day for 10 days. So I'll see what I can share with you after I go through that experience. Love it. And Ashara is here. And Ray's here as well, and Diane and Gregory and Shane and Judy and Christelle. Welcome to France. Thank you so much, beautiful. I'm absolutely loving it. Just had the most beautiful dinner. Oh my gosh. I must say the French really know how to do food. Oh my God, like just phenomenal. And just, just really close to where I am. Actually, tomorrow I'll try and do my Facebook Live, hopefully from where I actually am staying. You can't see out my windows right now, but I'm staying literally right next to, on the 6th floor, and right next to a huge, beautiful church here in Lyon. And it's just stunning. I've got like all glass windows and it's just so beautiful. So I'll show you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Or maybe the next morning. But yes, and Jimmy's here, and Rose, and Shemetra, and Faisal, hello to you. And Christelle, did you hear about Vipassana meditation? It's hard, but so good. Yeah, Christelle, I am not 100% sure. I think I might be doing Vipassana. I think that might be a little bit of what I'm doing. I know that the yoga is Hatha yoga. So I am going to this to be educated on more about meditation and yoga. I'm by no means any sort of like expert on meditation or yoga, but that's what I'm going to be doing, so I'll be letting you know much more about what that is. But I've actually been listening to a bunch of different videos on YouTube regarding just all the different tips that people have regarding going through the 10-day silent meditation retreats, and all of them seem to be geared towards Vipassana. And some of the things that the themes that they're talking about that are being spoken into the discourses, I'm like, oh, okay, that's exactly what I'm going to be going through. That's what I've been reading about with mine. So it could actually be exactly that, but I can't guarantee it is. But I love that, Christelle. I can't wait to learn more. And Linda, best wishes for your silent retreat. You have been amazing sharing. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. I so appreciate you, beautiful. And really, really grateful that you're here as always. And thank you, Christelle. I will definitely enjoy the meditation, and I won't see you all fine to India soon. Oh, okay, you're going to India. That's awesome, Christelle. I hope you have the most amazing time. And Stephen, so great to be able to see your post in a European time zone. I love that, Stephen. Thank you. And Rose, hi Vanessa, looking great. I'm very happy to see you made it to France. Looks like has been a lot of funny moments to get there yesterday. We'll miss you, but enjoy your silent meditation, and I can't wait to hear all about it. I love that, Rose. Thank you so much, beautiful, and loving that you're thinking that I'm looking great, because I'm so tired. So thank you, my friend, and thank you so much. Yeah, it's been hilarious and just crazy, kind of like a whole bunch of moments of like you're either gonna laugh or you're gonna cry. So been doing a lot of laughing, and I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and I can't wait to share everything that I go through with the silent meditation. In case you guys didn't watch my Facebook Live yesterday, and you did hear me say in previous messages that I was really on the borderline of sneaking in a notepad and pencil and like documenting the whole experience, but then I thought that you couldn't. Well, I discovered that you can, and so I bought myself a meditation journal today, and I can't wait to document every single moment of it so that I can make sure First and foremost for myself, have to remember that. But then secondly, to really make sure that I'm bringing every value piece that I learn and discover for you guys, in the hope that it will definitely help you to fast track your success, and maybe you don't need to go to your own 10-day silent meditation retreat to get the value from it. So hopefully, but thank you so much, beautiful Rose, and I hope you had the most amazing birthday. And Edgar, I'm sending you love from Chihuahua. Great to see your amazing travel. Thank you, Edgar. I always appreciate you, my friend. And Ramon's here, and Christelle, I wish you great moments in France. Thank you so much, beautiful. And awesome. Enjoy good food. Absolutely. It's been amazing so far. So guys, that really is my message for you guys today, to absolutely find the best in the worst. It's always there, so you might as well find it. It definitely impacts your entire experience, obviously, and I am going to have probably the best sleep of my life tonight. Now that I've arrived, now I can just chill out and relax. So thanks so much to you guys for joining me. Hope this was of value. Hope that you could just have a laugh at the craziness, and definitely be finding the best in the worst. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I absolutely hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. Maybe a little less crazy than mine's been. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. So sending you all of my love.